All right, today is July 24th, and I'm so excited to go into this live lesson and recap. This was a great trade, and you're going to learn so much from watching me today. Now, there's a lot of people out there that I've recently seen that are just charging out the wazoo. $60 for this, watching my videos every day, $2, $3, $4, or $5, like charging as much as they can for you to watch their stuff. Now, when I tried to learn years ago, I remember calling someone and they were going to charge $6,000. $6,000. Now, when you're starting out trading, you don't have $6,000, or if you do, that's what you're going to fund your account with. I want to teach you for free. I'm getting a little tired of all the people who are making millions and millions of dollars, making much more than I do. I made it like 500 and some dollars today, much more than I do, and they're making thousands and millions a year, charging a ton to try to train amateurs or novice traders, newcomers that have no idea what they're doing, and just taking their money. And then they take their money in the market as well, because they'll alert stocks for you to get in after they buy it, and you're ending up buying what they're selling. And I'm just getting really fed up with that. And I want to be a transparent trader. I want to be a transparent teacher, and I want to be able to teach you from the ups and lows. And I think today is going to be a great lesson, whether you're new or whether you've been trading for a while. It's going to be a great lesson on discipline and patience. All right, enough of the rants. Let's get into the lesson. Point is being very, very patient today, waiting for the best setup, not trading at the bell. See, I've gotten burned. SCON looks really good. Ooh, I'm only going to buy a few shares of this, though. Very few. If this thing comes up and breaks high of day 950, SCON. It's a little risky just because the spread is 31 cents. So I don't want to buy a lot of shares of this. This looks too good, guys. Let me try to get in this, around 875. Because I think this is going to end up U-shaping and breaking out. If I get filled here, please, it'd be wonderful. 877. I just don't want to market order in and get filled at $9, I have a really good feeling about SCON though. It's got a low volume right now, break of 950. Just had a reverse split, 1 to 10 reverse split, so it's a lower float. The question is, do I want to get in before volume on a very at a very low price, basically the low of the day, with support right beneath me? My thing is, when I find a stock I like, I can't get my eyes off of it because I don't want to miss the move. So there's volume at other stocks right now, not a lot though. A lot of larger spreads here today. ROT has the volume. It's just a little overcrowded. Spread is just so crazy on this. We want to see good volume come into this, not just like 2, 3, or 4,000 shares per minute. We want to see some good volume come in. I think that good volume is going to come in, at the break of 950. That's the open of the day, and that's tough resistance, 950. If we can get up to that point, this is a good day to realize that sitting on your hands is very important on slow bearish days. Now, even on bullish days, a lot of my losses happen between 9:30 9:45 when I'm just trying to trade. That's when I'm experiencing FOMO and I just want to jump in with volume, versus waiting for predictable setups to happen. So to wait till this point, I'm happy with that. even if I end up losing today, I've been patient, I've been focused and disciplined, trying to wait for the best setup. Now, I think the best setup is SCON. Whether it's going to happen or not, we'll see. And if it doesn't, then I won't trade it. We need the level 2 bids to start stacking and thinning out the bid and ask. So we have 860 versus 868 right now. I want to get into this. I just want confirmation of volume. Back above this VWAP is going to be a good indicator too. If we can get up to $9, we're probably most likely going to go to 950 if we get to 9. Fingers on the trigger to buy this. Just want volume confirmation. I'm risking maybe, if I get into this, I'm risking maybe $100 for potential, $200 to $300. All right, I'm getting in. I saw 865 bids. Now there's 871 bids. Now notice how I got in there. I saw the bids come up to 865. I saw the ask was at 868. So we're on a 3-cent spread. That's why I got in right there. Now it might not work out, but I wanted a good entry because now the ask is at 898, which would be awful to get in on. If I market ordered in now, I'd be getting in near $9, which would not be good. Okay, so nothing's really been moving a whole lot today. So I'm in at 868. The bid's at 865. We got support right around 830. I don't want it to drop that low. Obviously, at that point, I'm down 120 bucks. But this one has a lot of potential to move up. And I'm pretty happy with my entry, to be honest. And here's some buy orders coming through. We're above the VWAP. Now we need bid orders. What we need is bid orders to stack up above this VWAP, which, here we go. Here we go, we're moving. We got bids at $9 right now. So I'm up $100 right now. But that was my risk. So of course I'm not going to lock in on a one-to-one risk. I would much rather take a small loss than lock in $100, to be honest. Because this one has big potential. Big potential. All right, we got 950 orders going through. Nice. All right, I'm up 300. All right, I'm gonna sell on 100. I locked in $86. It's got 988 bids. Ooh, look at this, guys. We're getting halted. We're getting halted at 988. I have 200 shares left. We're halted at 988. Like I just told you earlier, I'm not trading the first 15 minutes of the market. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that best potential play. Now, how did I know this one was going to rip and take off? I'll do a lesson on that. Right now, I'm in a halt, which is beautiful. I only had 300 shares, and I'm up over $300. This is a beautiful trade for risk-reward management because you saw me, I was up $100. I'm not going to take $100. I'm not going to lock that in because that was my risk. I was risking about 30 to 40 cents on this trade from where my entry was, which on 300 shares, 300 times 30 is $90. If my trading plan was locking in $100 and my risk was 90, then that's not a setup for consistency as a day trader. This is a setup for consistency, and scaling out was very smart as well. I scaled out 100 shares out of 300 that I had. My entry on this was 868. Okay, so this is my plan when this gets unhalted. Now this is halted on a circuit breaker halt, which means in a short period of time this thing is moving up more than 10%. This is on everyone's radar right now. This popped up on the high day momentum scanners. Everyone's seeing this. So what I'm going to do, since I have such an early entry, is I'm probably not going to sell. I'm going to see what it does when it opens back up. Honestly, I'm probably going to scale out another 50 to 100 shares and then let the rest of it run out. All right, we're probably about to open up here shortly. Usually circuit breaker halts are either for 5 minutes or for 10 minutes. Here we are. Holy cow. All right. Selling 100 more. So I have 100 more shares left. I've already locked in 300. So the 100 I'm just going to kind of gamble with. That's my game plan. And we're halted again at 11:32. So right now I'm up $564. And we're halted again at 11:32. I'm so excited that I'm actually recording this so you guys can just see a game plan, a formulated game plan work out. Okay? I was willing to lose $100 on this. Completely willing to. And I wanted to wait for volume. I saw the bid and ask price thin out, and I hopped in at a low price. I was down at most on this stock maybe $10. Now I'm up over $550. Honestly, this is something I get passionate about. I'm tired of people, and most of the time it's family and friends, the people you're closest to, are trying to deviate you from your dreams. They're saying, you'll never be good enough at this. You need to get a conventional job, conventional living, conventional pay. And they don't want to help motivate or push you towards something like stock trading. And I know that happens with so many of you. And the enemy is not people like me who are actually doing pretty well and trying to help you. It's people that are closest to you that are trying to hurt you from your path, your dreams. And the reason is because they have some type of power over you, whether you know it or not. People like me, I don't really know you on a personal level, but those that really know you honestly can get in your head and try to sway you from this path. I want to be that helping hand. I want to extend a free hand to help you in your journey to become a successful day trader. Now it comes down to you and your emotions. All right, we're open again. My goodness. All right, I sold 25 shares. Sold another 25 shares. All right, I have 50 shares left. I'm just going to hold these 15 to be honest. I'm just going to hold these 50 shares to be honest. I'm just going to gamble with these 50 shares, really. I'm already up $477 on this stock. $13 is going to be kind of tough resistance. You see the two upper shadows? There's two upper shadows on it right now. So that's not a good sign. It's a sign that this is probably going to come back down. We're going to see a red candle. And usually that's going to happen after two halts anyways, after two bullish halts. Still got good volume in on it. I think it's going to pull back. This is the first red candle that we've seen. Okay, it's pulling back pretty hard. The VWAP is now at 1096, so we want it to hold over 1096. We don't want it to get halted going down. Now, if I start seeing the $10 bids chipping away, probably going to sell into it because I know a lot of people's stop losses are right below $10. They're going to be at $9.99, $9.98, $9.97, and it's going to drop a lot more, if that makes sense. It's going to drop to $9.80 really quick because there's a lot of people's stop loss orders that are going to get triggered. It's going to drop very fast, and it looks like it's going to happen. Yep, I'm selling. All right, sold into $10. So now the bid's at 990, now 980. Like I said, it's going to go down to 980 very quick. Now 960. So whole numbers serve as really strong support and resistance areas, especially the $10 area, the $1 area, the $5 area. Very predictable. Calling this out as it happens. Now they're at 936. Just awful. And this is happening honestly because on the scanners, BOXL is popping up. So this other stock is getting all the volume now. BOXL just got halted, moving up. Now, am I going to buy this after the halt? $5 is going to be very tough resistance on this. It's got no news that I see. SCON didn't either. It had a reverse split, which a lot of times does bring in activity because of turning a larger float into a much lower float. So it was 1 to 10 reverse split on SCON. That means if there was 1 million shares in the public float on SCON, 1 to 10 reverse split will bring that down to 100,000 shares. So on SCON now, there's less supply out there, which creates a much larger demand. Just because it's gapped up from $1 to $10 doesn't mean that the people who were holding at $1 are now profiting the difference between $1 and $10. They have exactly the same amount of equity into this stock that they did originally. Because what happens is if they had 1,000 shares of the stock at $1, there was a 1 to 10 reverse split. Now they have 100 shares of this stock, but it's priced at $10. So their equity into the stock remains the same. It's just the reverse split causes them to have fewer shares, but a higher price stock.